All right, what's up, guys? Got off to a little bit of a late start this time around. Reason being is I forgot that the presidential debate was going on today, and I figured maybe some of you guys would be watching that. So I was trying to just wait it out, and I was kind of hoping that it would wrap up and then I would get started, but looks like it's going a little bit longer, so I just decided to start things now. That way we have a chance to hopefully get a root shell on this box during the session today. So yeah, let's just take a minute to get set up. You know, I always give people a few minutes to come in here. Now, while I'm waiting on that, I'm just gonna go ahead and get my shell up and running again, because we're gonna have to work off that. We didn't get credentials or anything like that yet. So I'm going to start by running some of my scripts that I set up to make my life easier. First one will start the VPN, get me connected to the Hack the Box network. And then the second one will, okay, well, I actually don't want to run this because it's going to erase my my directory, because I already made the directory. Okay, maybe I should create an alternate script, right? Because the way I have this one is it's going to take in the Hack the Box name. It's going to create these directories new, right? And then it's going to run nmap. Well, I've already run nmap in this case, right? I'm in the middle of working on this box, so I don't want to do an init. Maybe we'll call this continue, right? Let's make a new script then, shall we? We'll call this one... let's do it not as root. We'll call this continue. Let me just do this with another terminal. But yeah, we're going to call this continue htb.sh, right? Because we'll have that init script when we're doing a new box. You can fire it up. It'll create everything, run the nmap scans. But this will be a pretty common occurrence, right, where we're working on a box for the second time. I'm kind of building out some automation here with Bash. Later, I plan on creating more sophisticated scripts and stuff like that, more sophisticated, full-blown automation, to be quite honest with you. But for now, we're going to do some quick and dirty stuff here with Bash just to improve the quality of life here. So for this script, what we're going to do is, similar to the last one, we're going to start by taking some input, you know, from us, telling us to enter the Hack the Box box name, same as before. And, you know, same as before, we will save that to the name variable. And then, in this case, we can actually grab the IP, right? We can make life even easier. Instead of prompting the user for the IP address again, we can actually grab that, right? Let's see how we do that. Because if we go to Hack the Box, what's it called? In this case, it was curling, right? Nmap, and then if we look at short.nmap, for example, if we look at the first line is there, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 17, right? So what if we cut field 17, delimited by space? Does that work? Yeah, maybe we can do that. All right, so if we try to do it that way, let's just copy that. Oh yeah, you're right. You're totally right. Wow. Well, good thing you guys started showing up and telling me stuff, right? I'm just tweaking a script here really quick. This is going to be the script that I run every time I resume my box that I'm doing. But yeah, now you guys can see, hopefully. I troll like that every once in a while. But yeah, we got this working now. So what we're going to do is we will take we're going to set another variable here. IP is the variable we're going to set. We're going to do backticks, and we're going to paste that. Well, that was not what I meant to paste. Where is that? So yeah, I'm going to copy this command here, but I'm going to have to modify that. Give it the full path. So we're going to do home Kali hack the box, and then name short.nmap. So this should be able to grab the IP address from here, set it into the IP variable, and now with those two things, we can pretty much do like we did up here before. So we'll have it cd into our home Kali hack the box, and then that specific directory. Oh wait, I don't even need the IP address in this case, do I? All of that, and I didn't even need the IP address, right? Because all I need to do is basically spawn it up. Well, oh well. That was good information to have anyways, I guess. But yeah, all we need to do is cd into there. I don't know what I was thinking, but from here we'll just spawn tmux. Like that's literally all I needed to do, is I needed to know exactly where to go and do that. Yeah, so I don't know what I was thinking there, but that should be pretty easy. We can just run it as is once we give it executable, and we'll run it as root, so that way we get that root shell. So we don't have to constantly put in our password. So in this case, we're going to say curling, right? Sweet. All right, yeah, that was simple enough. That's all we need to do there. We can close out these other windows now. Let me just expand this one a little bit. All right, so it is, 9:23 my time, I guess 10:23 Eastern. What we're going to go ahead and do at this point is we're just going to go back to where we were. And this was the 150 IP address, I remember. Let me just make sure that I can interact with this box right now, make sure it's still online. Sweet. I just started it before I started up the stream, so should be good. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to go back to where we were last time, which was this /administrator, if you remember. And that gave us this page. Now, fortunately, I did remember to save the credentials in my notes.txt, I believe. Yep. So Flores was the username, and then this was the password. So we'll just go ahead and log in to Joomla administrator. And then I believe extensions, templates. And it was the second one we found out. That was the active template that it was going off of. And looks like this is my shell here still. And let me just verify my IP address. 1429. Yep. So that is there. So now all I need to do is set up my listener and then execute it. So we'll name this one netcat. We're set up our listener, LVMP. I believe it was port 1234 in the script, right? Yep. That's the port set right there. So this is already active, so we don't have to save it. So now all we need to do is go to index.php, and we should have a shell. Not sure why this is taking a second. Interesting, actually timed out on us. Maybe we want to re-upload that. Do we have, let's see. Let me make sure we didn't lose connection to the box. Okay. Let me check on Hack the Box. It looks like we can't access it at the moment. What we might want to do is just revert the box. see. So it says it's online. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and reset the machine. And that's going to take a minute, unfortunately. So yeah, we'll have to wait a second on that one. So I guess, let's see. All right, so let me see if that's done yet. Okay, yeah, it's still pending. But what we're going to do once we get this shell is there were a couple directories on the box in the Florus. There's a couple files in the Florus directory. We can't look at the user.txt because we're just the www data account. We're not actually the Florus account yet. So my guess is that we're going to need to... there were some password backups in there. There was a file called password backups. We're going to want to definitely check that out. I'm guessing that we will be able to somehow through that get the password for the Florus account. Oh, wow. Okay. It just reverted and then instantly gave me the shell, I guess. Okay. I'm good with that. Good thing I left that up over there. Well, now it's kind of hanging. Yeah, I don't know. This box is doing some weird stuff right now. I think it actually reset like just now. So let me, well, this is the only kind of annoying thing about the CTF stuff sometimes. Or even OSCP, man. You wouldn't believe how many times annoying stuff like this happens. And it's a little bit more of a hassle to reset boxes on OSCP. It's kind of similar. They have a central hub location where you can manage the boxes and you can request resets. But sometimes you'll be working on a box and you'll get part of the way into it and someone else will reset it and it'll screw you over. So... yeah, that's just part of what you have to deal with. But on the lab machines, your environment is specific to you, so you don't have to worry about that on the actual exam. Just in the labs, it could be a problem occasionally. Let's see. Let me see if this is good now. All right, so it says it's online. Okay, cool. Looks like we're able to connect to it now. Although this did lose connection here. So probably what we're going to have to do is re-add our PHP shell. So let's just go ahead and go back to administrator. Thing is kind of slow still, even it seems like, but as long as I can get this shell, once I get out off of the having to deal with the web page stuff, I won't really care. As long as I can get a good working shell, we should be able to do the rest from there. And I'm not sure what's up with this message. This is kind of annoying. We're at the 30-minute marker. Well, not really 30-minute marker because we started late, but it's already 10:30. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with this box. Looks like someone else has ownership of it at the moment too, but I think it did reset, or at least it acted like it was resetting. See, now it's like I can't even ping it again. Well, that's really annoying. We might have to take a detour on this episode and maybe do something else instead. It's just very slow right now for whatever reason. And yeah, I don't know that it actually reset. Maybe someone canceled the reset on me or something. Try to reset it one more time. But yeah, it looks like someone else has ownership of the box at the moment. Wow, really? As soon as I, it's going, it's working. It's just extremely slow. But yeah, I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, what we can do is we can just start automating some stuff instead during this episode. We can start automating our GoBuster scans when we find a port 80 so that as soon as it finds port 80 from Nmap, it kicks off GoBuster scans for us. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. It would definitely be super handy, super helpful. All you guys doing OSCP as well, just automating something like that would be pretty nifty. It would save you a lot of time, be pretty efficient. I would use it in my own stuff as well for sure. But we'll give this one more shot, right? So where was I? Let's just grab. Oops. I'll just grab that password really quick. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be disgustingly slow, so but we'll give it a shot while we're doing that. Yeah, I think the main issue is it's not resetting it because someone else has ownership of the box. That's fine. What we're gonna do then is we're gonna actually go ahead and build a tool to automate GoBuster. You want me to do one episode on the Over the Wire war games? Yeah, I could do that. I've done some of those before, like way back. Let's see here. Let's try. I'll check out Over the Wire here, see what they got going on. Because there's a bunch of different boxes for Over the Wire. I've done all of Bandit. That was the Linux one. I've done a little bit of Narnia. And I think I touched on one of these, like Leviathan maybe. But I know they're all based off of something different. Oh wait, Natas. Maybe I did this one a little bit. Is this which one is this? Oh yeah, I think this is like the web app based one. Yeah, I could eventually cover some of these. Another thing I want to really check out is the Try Hack Me. This is like another thing. I heard some good things about this one. I think these are mostly like challenges though, right? Develop skills, working hands-on. I'm not sure. Is this like free or paid? I really don't know too much about this. Yeah, it might be a paid service. I'm not sure, but y'all have to check this out on like some other time. Yeah, you like it? Okay, yeah. Then if you say it's pretty good, I've definitely heard good things about it. I'll definitely check that out in the future. But one thing I wanted to do that I know would be super handy is let's go into my op directory and scripts. Okay, it's actually paid. Yeah, that's no problem. I wouldn't mind checking out some of the free stuff, and if I like it, I would get the paid. Create some content. Like I have the paid Hack the Box. That's how I'm able to do like whatever box. So like yeah, I would totally get the paid version if it's good, and I can make content on that even. $10? Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's see. Yeah, so that's definitely something that I'll be checking out in the future then. So the other day I made this script, this recon.sh, and well actually I made this, but I don't really use it, right? I mostly use it on the init script. So I'll show you. So mostly off this init script is where if I'm starting a new box from scratch, and this would be pretty handy on OSCP as well. you just put in like an IP address, you know, a name if you have one. On the OSCP, you won't know the names of the boxes until you scan them. So you just modify that and just put the IP or something maybe. But anyways, you give it this information here, and then it creates my directory structure for it. One thing I would add to this is I want it to also create another directory structure that I prefer to have, which is I want it to create another one called subdirs, because that's one that I've been creating constantly, as you saw in the last few live streams here. So it's going to create both of those, and it's going to cd into the nmap directory and just start kicking off the nmap scans. And so that's the nice thing, right? So we don't have to worry about, okay, let's do our initial nmap scan with these flags. Okay, that completed. Now let's run our full scan. Okay, that completed. Now let's check UDP, right? It's going to do all of those automatically. And so it's just going to fire off this scan. Once it completes, we'll just check the results, and it'll automatically start on our full scan for us. Once that completes, automatically starts on the UDP. So we don't have to do any of that. It'll do it all for us. So that's pretty nice, right? But another piece of automation that I would like to build into this is, let me close this other window. I don't really need it. Another thing I would like to build into this is after the initial scan completes, we're going to check for the presence of like port 80. For right now, port 80, but eventually we'll start adding some other ports that are common for web servers, like 443, maybe 8080, different ports like that, 8000. And if it finds those ports, automatically kick off a GoBusters scan on those ports. Maybe it takes user input for something like file extensions. So maybe it prompts us like, what file extensions do you want to check for? And if we can see like, okay, well this is an IIS server, then we put something like ASP, ASPX, or if it's a PHP server, PHP based server, then we could look for PHP extensions, stuff like that. So I'm going to create that right now, actually. That's what I'll do on this one. A little bit of automation. Definitely something that is extremely useful on OSCP and just in general as a pen tester to automate stuff. Because if you can automate the monotonous stuff, then that's going to free you up to spend more time and effort on finding bigger and better things. So let's see. I mean, I guess we'll just create this one in here. So I'll call it we'll call it subdirs.sh, I guess. For now, we'll go with that name. And so what it's going to do is we're going to actually look at, we're going to need a way to check the output of the nmap file. Actually, I don't know why I did it like that. Let me just do it here. So like in this case, right, we have the gnmap file will probably be the best one to look on because it's designed to be easily greppable. So let's see, like if we grep for 80 open, so yeah, that'll give us that full line, but we just want like a good, like sort of true false way to do it. Let's see if, so if I copy, I'm just going to use like a test file, right? So Right now I have short.gnmap. If I just copy that as test.gnmap. Let's say that we don't have port 80, right? Let's say that the ports that are open are... Okay, so it'll tell us HTTP. So we could grep for HTTP maybe. Let's pretend that instead we have, like, I don't know, 445 Samba or something. And let's pretend we don't have this. So now if we grep this for 80 open, we get oh, oops, I had that in the wrong order. Yeah, we get nothing in our standard out, as expected, really, because, you know, that doesn't exist. So I'm trying to think how to programmatically write that in Bash. In most programming language, you'll just say, like, if it exists, you know. But I'm not sure about Bash to see. First, let's just build this out assuming that it's there, right? And then we'll build in the conditional case of checking whether there's a web server there or not, right? So basically what I want it to do is I want it to grab an IP address, which we'll hard code this in for now, but later we'll have that grab it somehow. Probably shouldn't do this one just because it's been lagging. Let me fire up another box on here that we can use as our test box. Actually, there's some that are already open. So here's one that's open. 10.10.10.3. We'll just use that for right now. Whoa. Oh, okay, it wasn't in insert mode. Let's just say that it's the IP address. Basically, all we need to do is run a GoBuster on, let's see, it's a really long command, and I always hate typing it. So this is going to really help to have this here. We do a GoBuster dir, and then we'll give it this really long word list. This is kind of like one of my go-tos here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to allow the user to tell us what extension. So we'll do read-p, enter your file extensions, we'll say. And now it'll be ext. So then that's where this comes into play for the file extensions. And we'll also tell the user comma separated. And so that's where that comes into play. And I don't know why that's colored like that. Might have screwed something up. All right, we'll see what it ends up doing. But then we'll give it the -u flag, and we'll do HTTP, and then the IP address. All right. And then we will save it as Okay, so we need a way. This is going to work fine and well when we're doing it from the root directory, but later on we're going to need to build in ways to brute force the subdirectory from if it's like, you know, further down, or if it's, you know, on a different port, save that in a different way. But for right now, we'll just save it as the IP address. That should be fine for now. So something like that. Now, the only thing, so this should, what it should do is just kick off the scan here. We're going to need to pull in the IP from somewhere, right? So instead of hard coding, like in the future, like instead of hard coding the IP, we can just grab that like we did before from the nmap file. So if it knows the box, then should be pretty easy. So we can either pull it from the nmap file, or we could just grab it from the user. Because either way, we're going to have to tell it which nmap file to look in. So we may as well just prompt the user for the IP, I think. So we'll just do a read -p on the IP for the IP address. I can't type. So let's do that for right now. So there's IP address extensions. And yeah, later we can maybe prompt them for like if it's a subdirectory or whatever to enter that and default to root. But yeah, for right now we'll just stop there. And so if I chmod that, I can do that with +x and look at which one was it? Subdirs, that's right. All right, so it prompts us for the IP address. We're going to test it with the 10.10.10.3 and file extensions. We're going to, you know, normally when we kick this off, right, we're going to look at, if we don't know, we could probably just put HTML, I think. But let's just take a look. Hopefully this has a port 80 open. I just kind of assume that it would. But it may very well not. If this is really slow too, maybe it's something to do with my VPN connection, and I didn't even think of that. Let me just go ahead and reset this. Not sure why the connection happens to be really slow right now. Maybe I can find some other sample website to test this off of. But if I just say HTML or something like that, it'll kick it off. It kicked it off. There's just some kind of network issue going on right now that's making it really slow. In this case, it was unable to connect. It could very well not have a port 80 open on this box. That's not something that I've checked for this one. But we did see that it kicked off the GoBuster scan as we wanted it to, with all the stuff that we specified here. Maybe one thing we can add, and probably should add, is maybe the threads at 50 so it runs faster, because the default at 10 threads is pretty slow. So I'm going to make that tweak to the script. Maybe, yeah, right here, we'll just do threads. Oops. Tell it to run on 50 threads. Let's just verify this works. So let's do that. So yeah, there you go. It did apply the 50 threads. Yeah, there's some kind of network issue or whatever, but we at least are able to verify that that's gonna work. So that's gonna help quite a bit. There's ways that we can tweak that, and maybe I'll just finish up the stream with that and see how we can enhance this to be even better, right? So if we look at like this curling box, for example. So to answer your question on the Q&A one, that's one that I recorded already, and I took the questions. That's why I was asking people to submit questions in the comments of the videos so I could compile some to do a Q&A on. I could do a live Q&A down the line too, but right now there's not enough people that are viewing live that I wanted to do a live one, So what I end up doing is just taking people's comments, and I already recorded that one. It's going to come out tomorrow. But yeah, once we grow the live stream, we can definitely have stuff like that down the line. Yeah, but let's see. For here, if I can look at something like if I'm going to see if there's a way to check like Boolean kind of stuff in Linux. So let's try to apply this to our situation. Let's just modify this for our situation and test this, see if this works. I guess I'll do it in a script. So we're going to say if some var, right? The way I'm going to define this variable is I'm going to say grep for 80 open. And I don't know if I need to put that in quotes. I'm just going to do that. Probably, I don't think I do actually. So I'm going to look for that in, well, we'll first start where we know it exists, which is in short.gnmap, right? And I got to do this in backticks. Some var is equal to that. And so if that, tell me that it exists. So we should see an echo to the screen. Some variable some var exists. That's what I expect to see, but we'll see how this goes. I will try this. Oops, looks like yeah, something weird with formatting, I believe. I don't know if that matters. I think it should be like this, basically. Let's try this. Okay, let's see. Command not found. Unexpected end of file in line 8. Oh, is there supposed to be a done somewhere? I don't see it. Oh, wait, this is a guy saying he tried to do this and it didn't work. Oh, yeah, you got to end your if statements with fi. That's why it didn't see the fi, I believe, was the issue. Let me put that down here. Okay, yeah. So it does exist as we expected, right? So now what about where it shouldn't exist, right? It shouldn't exist in that test.gn map because that's where we removed it. So we change this to point to test.gn map. Shouldn't exist. Okay, yeah. So it even if it exists as empty, right? So instead of echoing this, we can echo this and then echo the variable itself so we see what's there. Same thing here. To debug this. So we will just repoint this to short.gn map. This is not giving me the output that I expected. Hey, what's up, Abhishek? So I meant to do some Hack the Box tonight. I'm having some network issues right now. So I'm just like scripting out some, automating some of my scanning. So basically what I have is, I already have a script to automate completely all the Nmap stuff. So I can just tell it the name of the box, the IP, and then it will go and create all my directory structures for me. And it'll start kicking off my initial Nmap scan, and then all the other ones after that. Continue Hack the Box or try something else. In the next live session, I want to finish this curling box because we got an initial shell on it in the last session. So if no one else has ownership over that box, I'm gonna go ahead and finish that one up. But in future videos, down the line, yeah, I'll probably try something else as well, like maybe some of that try hack me or something like that. But yeah, I'm just trying to gear up for OSCP right now. So pretty much all these live session stuff is going to be working on stuff that is like CTFs and stuff like that that's similar to OSCP, so that we can get good practice. Start looking to automate as many of my tools as possible along the way so it can be really efficient. But yeah, I'll pretty much end that here. I'll keep working on tweaking this later on. And yeah, so hopefully we can get some good automation going in some of these future pen test OSCP stuff that we do. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this live stream. I know it wasn't what I intended, but having some weird issues this time around. I apologize for that. Got off to a late start as well. But yeah, definitely check out tomorrow will be my OSCP experience / Q&A video they'll be releasing. That was one where I took a bunch of you guys' questions. And the next time I'm streaming, probably on next Tuesday is what I plan on. Tuesday, Thursday are the live stream nights for now. We in the future we might add a third one in as it grows. But right now I'm just kind of doing this occasionally, focusing more on the video content. But I know that a lot of people are interested in OSCP and like hacking and stuff. So I want to do some live sessions just to sort of give you guys an inside look at what it's like for other people that are also going at boxes for the first time. So yeah, Tuesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. is the schedule on that. But yeah, I will end the stream here, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya. Thanks for watching.